Once I started working with Family Resource Center, I felt like they were a godsend to me because I had nowhere to live. I didn't know what I was going to do next. I was 7.5 months pregnant at that time, and emotionally I was, one day I was feeling devastated at how did I end up in this position, and the next day I would feel like everything's going to be okay. The agency always, I think, helped me to really clarify my thoughts and to think through my decision, and I think that that's the most important part. Carrie, my counselor, if she wasn't there at that moment, I think I probably would have lost it, but she was wonderful. Since all of this happened, she had to call her husband and tell him that she wasn't coming home because she was staying with me. And I was really grateful for that because I didn't know, I didn't have anybody else that could be with me.
I went to my dad and I said, "Dad, I would like to begin the search for my biological mother." And he said, "Sure." So we called up the Adoption Center of Illinois, and we spoke to Jane, who answers questions about search and reunion. And she suggested that I come down to the office, and that's how I spent my 21st birthday, driving down to Chicago, sitting in the adoption center and opening my file. What was so powerful about that day was there were times in my life that I wondered whether or not I was going to get the questions answered. Just to have everything out in front of me, everything I had ever wondered about, was just like I almost didn't know what to do. It was so simple.
I wouldn't change a thing in my life as far as the choice that I made to give my son up for adoption. I believe I made the best choice, but the piece that I would add to it would be counseling. Before the women's justice system talking about adoption, I didn't talk about it. Parenting Options provided an opportunity to really explore, or help me to explore why I gave my child up for adoption and be totally honest about it. I don't think at that time or at the age I was at, being 18, 19 years old, that I really knew. I knew that adoption was the best option, but I didn't really know or had that much information about it. I didn't know the right questions to ask.
The thoughts that I had about my daughter through the years were very fond thoughts. I wanted to be the kind of a person that she would be proud of meeting or having as a father, which had helped me through the years to keep myself on a straighter and narrower path, not like I was perfect or anything. And I used that to stay on a good path so that she would be proud of me. That was the thing that really was in my mind most of the time.
I think if I had anything to say to anyone who is adopted, it would just be that you are who you are, no matter what your parents look like or who they are. And you grow up being who you are, and you're not defined by being with your birth parents or being with your adoptive parents. Both of them love you. It just, I don't know how to say this, The family that I was put into personally was chosen with my best interest in mind. And I see it that way. I see it as I was put into this family for a reason.